Hey YouTube, this is Patriotic Rottweiler. I'm back with another little project I just got done doing. This is our 2007 Ford Explorer. It's only got 60,000 miles, and I noticed a couple of drops up under it where it was coolant. So I got to doing some research online, and apparently this is a common failure point with this engine. It's the 4-liter V6. And there's a whole lot of videos on YouTube on how to replace the parts that I'm going to show you. And I'll show you a few little things that I did, but there's a lot of other videos, and so you can find those online. So after I saw those few little drops, did the research, I looked at it, and it absolutely was the same thing that everybody else experienced. Up here you have your upper radiator hose, and just below that is called the water outlet housing. So that holds your thermostat in here. There's your water temperature sensor. There's a little hose here. There's a little hose that goes up under that radiator hose, and that is the worst one to try to deal with. You can see it down there. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole thing on every little bit about replacing this part, but because there's plenty of them online. It is only held on with 3 little 8mm bolts. There's 2 of them there, and there's the 3rd one up under that wire to the right. So I ordered that part on Amazon, and I got the Dorman, and I'll show you all the part numbers of the stuff I ordered, and also the part numbers will be in the description below. So 902860 is for the actual housing. It comes with a thermostat already installed. Go ahead and check those bolts that hold the thermostat housing down, because mine, when I got it, was a little loose. It also came with that little O-ring, and I guess that's if you're going to keep your existing water temperature sensor. So the upper radiator hose is right here. It's KM5001. That's Kilo Mike 5001. This little hose is the upper hose. It connects to that spot on the housing. This one here is not too bad to get to, but that is Kilo Hotel 391. It came with 1 clamp, but you know, you already have the 2 clamps on the one you're replacing. So this other hose, this is the one that's up under the radiator, the top radiator hose, and it is a pain. So Kilo Mike 3269. It didn't come with any clamps, but of course you already have those. And like I said, it connects right here to the bottom and goes down to your water pump. And then here is your temperature sending unit, Delta Yankee 1269. So the first thing I did was I drained out about a little over a gallon of coolant. You can access that from the driver's side. You crawl up under here, and there is a little plastic bolt, is what it looks like. It's a 3/4 inch, and you can loosen that up and drain out the coolant however much you want. You can drain the whole thing if you want to. But I drained a little bit of coolant, and then I started replacing the parts, or removing the old parts. So I found something that makes it a little bit easier. So there's some wiring harnesses and stuff in here. So I disconnected that wire. There's a wire back up under this, the spark plug wires. I disconnected that, and I removed this bolt right there to allow this some freedom of movement. Because what happens is that housing is trapped by that wire. So you got to allow some space so that you can get that wire, or move that wire enough to where you can get the housing out. Once you do some of that, you can get it out no problem. Like I said, the biggest problem is doing this bottom hose. I attached the hose to the actual housing and then stabbed it down onto the nipple it goes to on the water pump. I actually did take this pulley off. It's a 15mm. That's kind of a pain, and there is up under down here is your, if I can get it in focus, is the tensioner pulley. Use a 3/8 ratchet to release tension on that. That way you can get the belt off the top of the alternator, and that way you'll have slack to get that pulley off. So once I could do that, then I could get the pliers in there to get the hose clamps on that bottom hose. So once you do that, it's pretty straightforward from there. So after I got everything replaced, put back together, yesterday we had got some Motorcraft Gold concentrated, so I mixed that with a gallon of water. So in other words, you'll have half. I'm in Florida, so it doesn't get super cold down here. So I'll end up with half a gallon of the antifreeze and then half a gallon of just distilled water. And then so I mix that up, and I always have some on hand. And so you top it off, let it run for a little bit, and make sure you keep checking the fluids. Let it get up to temperature, and make sure there's no leaks, of course. And then just run it for a little bit, and just keep rechecking it. Anyway, I'm gonna post those part numbers in the description below. If you have any questions, or if I can help you with any of your projects on this, if you're doing it, let me know. Send me a comment. Also, check out some of my other videos if they interest you. And thanks for watching.